Well. Good lunchtime, afternoon, West Ham fans. Let's have a little bit of a little dose of transfer rumours, shall we? A very happy Thursday to you, my friends. Welcome, one and all, to the West Ham Network. I usually say, like, comment, share, subscribe, but, we've been here long enough. If you're not subscribed, fair enough. But, give us a like, whatever. It's free. If you want to become a channel member and support the channel that way, there's a join button down there. And every month you're entered into monthly draws to win some lovely West Ham signed memorabilia, as per usual. Also, don't forget Alloy Collectors, Father's Day round the corner. Link in the description. Get 25% off if you use WHN25 at checkout, and they've got some really cool stuff. A lot of retro kits they're going to be bringing out soon, which I think is going to be really, really useful for any man cave, West Ham or other. They do Chelsea, they do PSG. They're going to release the Norwich kit soon from the Bayern Munich era when they beat Bayern Munich in the European Cup as well. So loads of stuff. Lovely guys as well. Really good football guys. Man City fan as well is Tom, our contact there. So, we'll try and help you out on Sunday. And obviously, there's not really much of an incentive really at all now. We can't go up. We can't go down any positions. We're finished at 9th. So obviously, if there was a possibility of us maybe getting, to 8th or losing that 9th spot to 10th, that's £2.5 million up and down. But there's even less incentive for us to bother, to be fair. But we'll see what happens on Sunday, of course. Now, rumours. Rumour has it, ooh. We brought back the Russy Rumour ratings. We brought it back last week, a little bit earlier than planned. But there's so many rumours, and there's so many more this week as well. We've spoken about quite a few of them. We might go over a couple anyway, just to sort of round up the rumours this week and show you the list so far, because the list is getting bigger. And I predict, I reckon we're going to get about 200. I reckon by the end of this transfer window in terms of players being linked with. So let's get crack on. That doesn't sound right. Let's crack on. Let's start with this guy. And it's quite interesting. A lot of the players we've been linked to are players we were linked to back in January, which again adds credence to the possibility that Steiner was already working, maybe potentially, with J-Lo on looking in terms of players coming in, or these were the players that Tim wanted and basically Moyes vetoed them out. That's probably more like it. But Calcio Mercato stated that West Ham could be an option for Udinese's Lazar Samadinovic in the summer transfer window. It was a guy we were linked with back in January, and the Hammers continue to be named as a suitor alongside Brighton Hove Albion, who already looked at him in the winter window as well. Mondo Udinese is reporting that the 26-year-old is set to leave the Serie A side after this season. It's speculated, or it's highlighted, that West Ham, Brighton, Napoli and Juventus have all shown interest in the midfielder. And apparently the two Italian clubs have been trying to follow him for some time. It's further explained that the four teams have all requested information about the player. And we're apparently, us and Brighton, are trying to put together the right offer to secure the Serbian international services. Lazar scored 5 goals and 2 assists in 32 games this season. And the report says his recent displays have helped Udinese out of the relegation zone to finish. They're currently 16th, a point behind 18th place Empoli. Now, taking into account the player's current valuation hasn't been determined as such, and the two reports make no mention of numbers, either in terms of his asking price or what West Ham and Brighton could offer. Realistically, we'd offer a better remuneration package for Lazar. And I like it. Like, we haven't had a Lazar since Stan Lazaridis, have we? And he weren't too bad. So maybe. It's interesting. We are looking at this playmaker, sort of midfielder type. Like we talked about Matt O'Reilly yesterday. We spoke about Thuram from Nice, and you can see where we're trying to bulk up, and it's encouraging because it's definitely an area we need to look at. The Russy Rumour rating, the original Rumour rating, gives Lazar a 50-50 chance. 5 out of 10. 5 out of 10. Let's talk about this guy. This guy, it might be new to you, so I'll give you a bit of information about him. His name is Yusuf En-Nesyri. I don't know if you've heard about him, but apparently West Ham are serious in terms of wanting to buy the long-term transfer target Yusuf En-Nesyri, and J-Lo's arrival has made interest in him even stronger, according to a report in Vamos Mi Sevilla. The Spanish outlet reported via their website earlier this week that the forward is the best player in the Sevilla squad and light years ahead of anyone else. And his former manager is set to take over West Ham, and the impetus to finally do a deal has been increased. He is someone, he's only 26. I can't believe he's only 26. But he's someone we've obviously been proverbially linked with, almost as a joke, almost as a meme, to be honest, every transfer window under David Moyes. And obviously, J-Lo managed him in La Liga. They won the Europa League title together. Sevilla currently 12th in the Spanish top league. And they lost 3-2 to Villarreal, with En-Nesyri scoring both goals in the loss. Sevilla are somewhat forced to look at selling him in the summer, financially. And it does seem that West Ham being the most likely, destination. There could be a three-way tussle. I think Brighton and another side in the Premier League are looking at him as well. And he has just 1 year left in his contract as well, so needs must. So they can still, because of his decent hit rate this season, and the fact he is a very well-seasoned Premier La Liga player, rather, he can command a decent fee, even though it's entering his last year of his contract, according to a couple of reports, between 25 to 30 million pounds for a 26-year-old striker. Don't think that's a bad deal at all. And look, if J-Lo thinks this is the guy that's going to be spearheading his attack, fair enough. He's 6'2". I forgot how tall he was until he played against us. And obviously has experience at the London Stadium when we turned them over in the Europa League. Russy B, the original Rumour rating, gives it a 70% chance. 7 out of 10. I've done the maths for you. Let's talk about Dominic Solanke. Now, this is something that Anton picked up on earlier this week, but reports suggest that West Ham will have scouts in attendance for Chelsea's last game against Bournemouth at Stamford Bridge. And it is believed it is not a scouting mission for Conor Gallagher, but it will be a scouting mission for Dominic Solanke. We had scouts present at their penultimate Premier League game at home against Brentford as well, and clearly running the rule over Solanke. It's been reported in a couple of outlets that West Ham are 100% sure they're going to be signing a first-team striker this summer window. Now, in terms of the likelihood, in terms of the pretenders, in essence, there's 3 I can see. Maybe 4, because we spoke about Simon Banza yesterday from Braga. But I think if we're going to get a name, it'll be a name rather than a necessary. I think it will be either an En-Nesyri, or it'll be a Solanke, or it'll be an Ivor Toney. I'll have any of them. I'll be honest. I'll have any of them. Obviously, with someone like Solanke, he'll command probably the biggest fee. He's 26, Premier League proven, scored a shitload of goals this season, homegrown as well, England international. Ivor Toney, yes, will be homegrown, but slightly older than Solanke, and will be sort of coming to an end. Solanke signed a new deal with Bournemouth. Was it last summer, I think? So they've got a few more years in his contract compared to Ivor Toney, whereas someone like En-Nesyri, unproven in the Premier League indeed, but will be considerably cheaper. And having worked with J-Lo already, they've got that bond already. I don't know. I'll take any of them. Russy B, the original Rumour rating, has given this. I've given this quite a high rating. I've given this an 8 out of 10. And I shouldn't have probably. I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10, actually, thinking about it in retrospect. Because one will sign. One will sign, definitely, he says. Then none sign. And finally, just for today, we're going to talk about the Lille winger, Andre Gomes. You might remember him from his time at Man United, but apparently we've been watching him for several months, according to The Boot Room. They wrote on their website yesterday that the former Man United academy player is a target for a number of Premier League and European clubs because of his excellent form for the League Us side. Obviously, they qualified for Champions League football, I believe, this year. Well, they're on the verge of under Paulo Fonseca. A 23-year-old has registered 8 assists this season, more than anyone else at Lille. And while the French club looks to tie him down to a new deal this summer, it could make it difficult for them to hold on to him. When he was at Man United, he was one of the stars to break into the first team. He actually became the youngest first team player since Duncan Edwards in 1953 to play for Man United first team. But he left the free transfer amid concerns about first team football, headed to France, where he's become a hugely important and influential figure in Lille. They are just one win away from the Champions League next season. I should have read ahead to my notes. But again, there's clear areas we're looking at. Apparently, we're looking at 2 centre-halves and a striker. I think we're looking at 2 centre-halves, a left wing, a striker, and a midfield replacement for Paqueta. And, you see the types of players who've been linked with. It's encouraging. I really think it's really encouraging. The Russy B rating, the original women rating, gives Angel a 60% chance. 60% chance. So where are we on our list so far? This is our list so far after 2 rounds of Russy Rumour ratings. We are at 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 20, 23, 26, 28 players already. So we've got a squad's worth already, and we are only at the 16th of May. Watch that list creep up quite considerably, I think, particularly after Sunday. And obviously, the only way you can keep abreast of all the transfer rumours is by subscribing to the West Ham Network. We are a few hundred subscribers away from 25,000 subscribers. I only just noticed that today. It's something Anton once said to me, and I was like, bollocks. When we were about 10,000, he was like, I want to get 25,000. I was like, bollocks, we're going to get there. But we're almost fucking there. Fair play to him. Fair play to him. And I'd imagine we're going to surpass that by the time we kick off in the 24-25 season. Anyway, if you're new around here, don't forget to give it a like, comment, share. Please help us get to that 25. The road to 25 is on. And yeah, Hammers Headlines. What we're going to do Hammers Headlines, we're going to do rumours about outs. So obviously this one was all rumours about ins. But we're going to talk rumours about outs, players who could be leaving, as well as a few other bits and bobs as well. So until then, take care, stay safe, stay warm, stay humble, keep the faith, my friends. Come on, you bloody irons.